Hello, 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 everybody. I am so glad that you decided to actually connect with us right now. All right, let's get this going. All right. I am glad that the fact I have the ability to actually be here with you. You probably already see the title of the message. It says, You are what you eat. And that's one of those titles that I remember back in the days when they said that automatically I got triggered because when it says you're what you eat, it's like if you're eating pig, you're a pig, right? Well, there's a little bit more information to that. So the title of the show is You Are What You Eat, How to Read Food and Nutritional Supplement Labels. And that will be a big eye opener for you about what the secret that exists in natural healing and how not all the supplements that you think that's great that's out there. So one of the things I will say, my name is Max O. Carre. Most people know me by Max Olivier Carre. I am a naturopath where I work with natural herbs, natural living, and one of the things that we do, we like to do things in the natural way. So, one of the things that you will hear us talk about is herbal medicine and how you can really implement that in your life. Before I get further, let me just get that hat out so that you can understand and not get distracted by my red hat. All right. So, I am so glad that I was able to be here with you. A lot of you guys, I want to mention to you that there are powerful nutrients to reverse any and every disease. So it's important to understand that these things do exist. Another thing that's important, you can reach me at 305 407 9227. 305 407 9227. When you do have access to that, that's very important. And we are going to speak a little bit about the 8 laws of health. The 8 laws of health is one of those things that a lot of people want to think of them as suggestion. It's more than just suggestion. These are laws that if you abide by them, you will get that. And I will speak on that a little later. For those who want to visit me, you can do so by coming to 855 Northeast 125th Street, North Miami, Florida, 33161. And remember, there's a little game I like to play with this show, is that if you send this to 10 people who watch it, you do have a consultation at no cost, or you could do the live blood test at the office. If you do have what we call 2 of those 10 people who saw it actually decide to send it to 10 people who views it as well, they do get their test for free. And you actually get what I'm about to share next, which is my good old 5 body management system. So I'm so glad that I have the ability to be here with you and to really create the level of transformation that's causing transformation, not only for this generation and the generation to come. If you do want to send me your blood lab or your blood work, you could send it at dotnatural@gmail.com. Anytime we do that, we can create massive transformation. Just want to announce to you that we have shows that's coming up. We have shows in English that we have coming up, and we want to make sure that you're privy to that. Make sure that you like this show as you're seeing it in all different platforms. We have 8 different platforms that you're looking at this on. So not only you like, subscribe, and then share. And the fourth one, it's important that you also put the notification. When you do that, anytime I'm doing a show, you will be the first to get that notification. So you already know how to reach me. And let's talk real quick about those 5 body management system. So we have Cascara Segura, which is a natural laxative. It really cleans the body out. I love using it. It's really helped. We don't like for a person to really depend upon it. But if you have some unusual blockage, gas, certain things that's really not supposed to be there, you want to really reach that out. As a matter of fact, if you know a few months ahead that you're about to do a colonoscopy, we suggest that you clean yourself, clean your colon, the gut, and all that very quickly, so that when they do the testing, they will notice that you have a very clean colon. So you want that to happen instead of you having any dark marks or bad marks on in your system. We have beetroots. Beetroots is it's a natural ingredient that's as you know, beets. It's a nitric oxide. Not only it's a nitric oxide, it has another thing that's a component that's really interesting. I think you would like that. That component is very, very, very important. Nitric oxide is, it allows your blood to circulate. It helps your body function better. It relaxes the vessels and the blood vessels, and helps circulation happen better. Guys and girls want nitric oxide, and humanity in general want nitric oxide, because we found out in studies that came out that a body that is very well having the right amount of nitric oxide is less likely to actually catch the pandemic that's out there. So it's important that I share that with you. The studies came from many doctors who are out of India. They're finding those studies to be very prevalent, and they find them to be something cutting edge to know. ACS is really awesome. It has 9 inorganic mineral that helps balance the body, such as kelp, Irish moss, things that really make a real transformation in your body. So that's why I want to share that. So we have 3Bs. 3Bs has royal jelly, bee propolis, and bee pollen. All these things, they have their things that they do. And of course, alfalfa, which is the king or the father of all herbs. We like to always share that so that you can know. Now, you know, I've been talking about the book, Diet and Counsel. That's something that's really essential that you actually get. And it gives you an opportunity. First 15 callers who call, you just pay for shipping only and handling. You would understand why we're doing all that. And remember, you can always get 3 packs herbs. Of course, you can get those 3 packs herbs. And then when you get those 3 packs herbs, it's only $2.75 if you get it straight to me. If you go to Herbs Shopping Network, you can get it at up to 30% off. I just want you guys to know that we're here for you. We want you to be able to get some good stuff so that you can benefit in a massive way. Remember, if you want to start an online business, you can reach out to me. Go to maxcarre.com. When you go there with under $60, you can already have your site going and then promoting natural herbs. That's very important to have that. Remember, if you want to get some herbs or you want to do a consultation, I can send you a script that takes exactly what we're doing. herbshoppingnetwork.com. Now, I'm so glad we're able to do all this because it gives us an ability to create massive transformation. And for all those who want to start the business, of course, remember maxcarre.com. Now, I am going to go merge onto the 8 laws of health, which is nutrition, exercise, water, sunshine, temperance, air, rest, trust in divine God. All that is very important to understand. And if you want to really contribute towards this program, you want to really connect with us at paypal.me/healthymax. You want to also do Cash App, Max Carre with the Cash App sign. And then the last one, of course, it's our Zelle, 954-638-2678. Again, when we talk about that, the biggest thing for us, we want to be of contribution to you and to give you an opportunity to create transformation right now. And remember my homegirl, Healing Hands Massage by Carol. You can reach out to her at 754-215-6393. Now, the very fact I'm sharing this with you, you will see the reason why I am actually getting that done. You know that this message is going to more than 300 people. Well, make sure you share it. Have your kids listen to it. It makes a world of difference. So let's go to the part that I love the most. Let's get started. Now, whenever we get starting like that, I want to make sure that all my people do see. This is the part where I would rather like to be away and then have you see. Okay, hold on, this way. Yeah, have you see this. So you will understand when I do talk about that. So let me get me a little smaller there. So let's even go a little smaller. All right, you are what you eat. Who would have thought so, right? Well, the purpose of all that is to really make people understand that you can create that transformation for yourself. How to read food and nutritional supplements label. So labeled by law. So whenever we think about law, okay, are you there? So the law tells us certain things that's really important. And the type of things that the law tells us, and I am going to make sure that I have you see this the best way possible. So by law, okay, by law, the labels have to show total calories, calories from fat, total fat, saturated fat, cholesterol, sodium, total carbohydrate, dietary fiber, sugar, protein, vitamin A, vitamin C, and calcium and iron. So whenever you get that, it's important to understand that calories is a unit of measurement for energy, commonly used for the amount of energy obtained in foods. Many governments require food manufacturers to label the energy content to their product to help consumers control their energy intake. Now, anytime you're thinking about that, so food component, fats have 9 kilogram, carbohydrates 4, and protein has 4. This is why a lot of people talk about the paleo diet, where you actually eat more fat and help it burn bad fat. You want to eat good fat that helps burn bad fat. So what does that mean, reduce fat? When it says reduce fat, it's just the manufacturers can market less fat in a product if the product is at least 25% less fat than the original. So it's important to compare the labels. You're going to get an opportunity to see that. Food labels. Order ingredients including fillers, binders, colors, anything that someone could be allergic to. Serving size, which is what the average person eats. Additives and preservatives. There's over 3,500 additives and preservatives approved by the FDA to be added to our foods. Additives to avoid. Now, this is the part where I am so sorry, I gotta really remove this because this is gonna get ugly, okay? And I'll tell you why it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get really ugly because this is the part that I believe that our government could do a better job to really support us as opposed to supporting the other guys. And let me make sure I put everything on point so that I can really unload. This is my unloading time, okay? We hear additives to avoid. The additives is unsafe in the amount consumed or is very poorly tested. Acesulfam potassium. It's an artificial sweetener in drinks. It causes cancer. Artificial coloring. In your food, you may see blue number 1. Blue number 1, you find it in beverage, candy, baked goods, cancer. Causes cancer. Blue number 2, pet food, beverages, candy, brain tumors. A lot of people sometimes they care more about their pets than themselves. Well, guess what? Little Johnny is going to get brain cancer, brain tumors if you're giving them blue number 2. Green 3, candy, beverage, bladder cancer. Red 3, Cherries and cocktail fruit, I used to take them a lot. When I saw red number 3, I'm like, nah, forget it. Candy, baked goods, thyroid tumors. Yellow number 6, beverage, sausage, candy, baked goods, kidneys and adrenal tumors. Aspartame, that's what we hear, NutraSweet, tumors, a variety of symptoms. Cyclimate, cancer, cholesterol, digestive problems. Potassium bromate, increased volume of bread, cancer, banned everywhere except Japan and the United States. Propyl gallate, retards spoilage fats and oils, cancer. Saccharin, cancer. Sodium nitrate and sodium nitrite, stabilize color in meats. Now, you would think that the people know all this, but yet they're not doing anything about it. Well, this is the reason we talk about this. Nitrite, used as a preservative, commonly to combat botulism. Because red color, they are also used to create fresh appearance. Found in hot dogs, cured meat, bacon, carcinogenic, that means cancer causing. The study found that children eating more than 12 hot dogs per month have 9 times the normal risk of developing childhood leukemia. Researchers Sarusua and Savitz studied childhood cancer cases in Denver and found that children born to mothers who consumed hot dogs or more times per week during pregnancy has approximately double the risk of developing brain tumors. And that's one of the reasons we take this so seriously. How you read the labels matter. Well, let's talk about this. You'll understand why we do this. So, after we look at nitrite, what about juices? 100% fresh squeezed juice from concentrate, frozen, and jug, made with real juice. What percentage of the product is real? Haha, just read the label. When you read the label, you will understand. Well, the product advertised a full day supply of vitamin C. Here are the ingredients. Contains water, high fructose corn syrup, number 2 and 2% or less of each of the following: concentrated juice, orange, tangerine, apple, lime, grapefruit, citric acid, ascorbic acid, which we call vitamin C, thiamine, hydrochloride, vitamin B1, natural flavors, modified cornstarch, canola oil, and of course sodium citrate, cellulose gum, xanthan gum, sodium hexamide, and exophosite, in sodium benzoate to protect flavor, yellow, number 5, yellow, number 6. This product is also advertised 100% RDI of vitamin C. Here are the ingredients. Not from concentrate, 100% juice with no added water. So it's important that I am sharing this with you because I want to let you know that most of these individuals who are actually representing these things, they really don't care about you. So some people say, is it dirt or mineral? A mineral is defined as a natural occurring homogeneous inorganic solid substance having a definite chemical composition and characteristics, crystalline structure, color, and hardness. Dirt is defined as the top layer of Earth's surface consisting of rock and mineral particles mixed with organic matter. Well, this is one of the reasons our Creator is so awesome, because we are created in that same dirt. How does nature do it? Amino acid chelated, glycine is the amino, rotatory, and of course size is key. So how does nature does it? So and important to understand that vitamins are added to food and are a large part of nutritional supplementation industry. Just as minerals are being depleted from the soil, so are vitamins. Most people do not consume an optimal amount of all vitamins in their diet alone. So that's important for us to actually share this. So when you think about a whole food vitamin, there's rutin on one side, Ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid alone is not vitamin C. It is combined with other nutrients to make a health promoting vitamin C complex. J and K factors, bioflavonoids. It's important to understand these aspects. Well, the fact that this product advertised that it helps support the immune system and provides 100% daily value of vitamin C in each drop, does it really support the immune system? That's the question we want to ask. Well, assorted citrus, sugar, glucose syrup, sodium ascorbate, citric acid, natural flavoring, ascorbic acid, color added with soy lecithin, and red number 40. So when we think about watermelon, sugar, glucose syrup, sodium ascorbate, citric acid, malic acid, ascorbic acid, potassium citrate, artificial flavor, red number 40. Well, that's one of the nicest things that would happen. We just know that it's important to know the source of what you're taking. So one of the ones that we like to recommend is what we call a whole food vitamin C. Sugars are from fructose. It's 0.8 gram. And the vitamin C from Acerola cherry fruit, black currant fruit, orange fruit, and grapefruit juice. It makes up to 168 milligram. Citric flavonoid, 25 milligram. So that is important to understand and to actually see that. Well, there's a part that I think that I am going to speak about that makes all this worthwhile. I am glad that I have the ability to actually be there and to create a massive transformation for you. Now, I am going to make sure that we do get this completed. Let me make sure, because I know that we have a lot of slides. So this one shows me so far 34. I don't know if it's true. If it's true, then I am going to keep going and complete the project that we have today, which is really do your best to actually handle the digestion issues, because when you can withstand that type of attack, what it does for you, it gives you a platform, and with that platform, it's so great when you're about to really change or transform the listening of most people about herbs and how it is important to actually create a level of transformation for yourself. So let me go back to exactly what I'm doing. So when we think about partially hydrogenated soybean oil, first, understand that fats are essential for life. Brain cells function, nervous system activity, hormone, intracellular messenger, glandular function, and immune system operation, hemoglobin, oxygen transport system, cell wall function, passing oxygen into cell, passing nutrients into cell, keeping foreign bodies out of the cell. Digestive tract operation, assimilating nutrients, blocking out allergen. That's so essential for that to happen, because we want to really get that fresh start and keeping things in the family and to create transformation right there. So when we talk about partially hydrogenated soybean, what is hydrogenation? The process of heating an oil and passing bubbles to it harden the oil into a solid form, partially hydrogenated, makes a consistency like butter, creates trans fat, increase LDL and lower HDL, increase risk of heart attack, heart disease, atherosclerosis, and ulcerative colitis. So it's one of those things that it's important to really create that massive transformation right now, because I think that it will make a huge difference. So let's talk about that. Process of heating, that's what we're talking about. Creates trans fat, that's when you don't manage well, and creates trans fat, increases LDL and lower HDL, It increased the risk of heart disease, atherosclerosis, and ulcerative colitis. So one of the things that's important, I needed to get you moving out of the area. When you're thinking about trans fat is important. So it's important to understand and really know what it looks like. Most of that trans fat comes from the 40,000 plus food that contain partially hydrogenated vegetable oil. Steak magarins, biscuit, pastries, cookies, crackers, icing, deep fried foods. And that's one of the reasons we want to make sure that you are aware of what you're actually putting in your body. Popular brand of ready to pop popcorn ingredients is popcorn, partially hydrogenated soybean oil, salt, butter, natural flavor, and annatto color. It contains, and also that one would actually contain meat, contain milk. Now, when you think about it, is this healthy? Well, it depends what healthy means to you. When you think about high fructose corn syrup, the process of making the sweetener is high fructose corn syrup, HFCS, out of corn. Was developed in the 1970s. Um, used the HFC grew rapidly from less than 3 million short tons in 1980 and to almost 8 million, okay, 8 million use of sugar activity declined as it was eclipsed by HFCS. Today, Americans consume more high fructose corn syrup than sugar. Well, definitely we want to see that. Well, high fructose corn syrup, also known as HFCS, is cheaper to make than sugar. Easy to transport, pipe into tanker trucks. What does that mean? Lower costs and higher profits for food producers. High fructose corn syrup mixed easily extend shelf life and is as much as 20% cheaper than other sources of sugar. Large scale of food manufacturers love it. It can help prevent freezer burns, so you will find it on the label of many frozen food. It helps break down and keeps them soft, which is why a hot dog bun and even English muffins are hold unexpectedly amount. And that's one of the things that's really important. It is even better to really intervene and to have something be done on that. Now, one of the things I had promised myself is that I want to start by giving you enough stuff so that you can actually go do your research yourself. So that's one of the things I want to do. So I want to make sure I'm doing it. High fructose corn syrup. Up, 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 up. Let's go back. So we talked about high fructose corn syrup. You actually find it in so many things. So let's make sure that we get that done. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Good. All right. So high fructose corn syrup, soft drinks, fruit juice, baked goods, canned fruits, dairy products, cookies, gum, jam, and jelly. Don't be fooled the term fructose, which many consumers associate with natural sugar from fruits. A HFCS is not a healthy choice. So high fructose corn syrup, it actually get all these things done. So when we think about fructose, we want to look at the liver. High amount not used for fuel stored in the fat as fat and cholesterol increase triglyceride. Promote itself fructose itself does not contain enzymes, minerals, and other vitamins. So fruit contains vitamins and mineral and and it helps metabolize your fructose early. I've been definitely meaning to meet you, and I'm so glad that we did. So, when we talk about popular brands of cracker, you could see clearly that there's a big long picture. Why you want to put so many things together to actually really give a service? The biggest problem with that is that you would not have any control over what happens. So this is for the mayor was calling out enriched flour, and that's one of the things that's actually happened. And remember, serving size is 15 gram. Serving size per container about 28. So he's playing something out of spite. And I am thankful the fact that we have the ability to do these things. I just want to also recognize people who are making a huge difference in the community. This bread is labeled 100% whole wheat bread on the bag it advertised. 40 calories per slide and one third fewer calories than others. Didn't want to 13 fewer calories than regular bread. No cholesterol. Of course, everything is healthy until we actually moved to the Bell location. This bread, this bread is labeled 100% whole wheat bread. On that bag, it advertised 40 calories per slide, one third fewer calories than regular, based on no cholesterol. This is what we would call, question would be, do you feel healthy? And that's the part that most people don't really get. If you can get some great setup, that's what matters, to be able to get that right setup. Now, that's one of the reasons that we wanted to have a clear path to create transformation. Now, here's the thing. I know I'm not too far from finishing. I just want to really let you know the 7 more slides that I have. I'm just going to go through them real quick, okay? So, as I said, this bread is labeled 100% whole wheat, but the it's when it's advertised, it's basically $40 per per slice, 40 calories per slice, a third fewer calories than regular bread, no cholesterol. So that's why it's important to understand what is going on. And that's how we are actually creating that as well. So when we think about that, this bread, and that's important. When you're hearing that, this bread already just say that I'm not going to be able to do it, and she's already folded. So that's not cool. The part that's really impressed me is the fact that these guys, knowing that they can do it the other way around, they've proved themselves to be so cool, and watch out for them in the days to come. And that's the one of the things that I believe that would make a huge difference. So when it says 7 grain, so yes, these individuals know everything that's supposedly being concealed, but one of the things you can do is act differently. Well, most people don't have the energy or the patience to act differently. And that's why we're actually here. And okay, and that's one of the things that we want to do. So remember, the 7 grains is very important to consume. Now, one thing that you want to put in your diet right away is our digestive herbs. The digestive herbs, it makes a huge difference. And I want to let you know, for all those who are experiencing cramps or something like that, amino acid chelated calcium, amino acid chelated magnesium, lecithin 20. One blend deliver the same 5 milligram. That's important. Read the ingredients that are stated on the label. Select fresh organic fruits and vegetables. Pack up nuts and select raw varieties. Frozen foods, select fruits and vegetable. Meat, select meat when possible. Juice is select 100% juice instead of actually giving people certain little cups and do that. No, juice, you want to select it. You want to have the right tools, the right recipient to actually have that. Freshly made just at home are even better. Dry fruit avoid its sulfur dioxide has applied. And that's why we want to really create massive transformation that way. And I think we can actually create that, and you'll see why. Packaged food is important that you avoid sugars, high fructose corn syrup, and that's going to make alone a really huge impact in you. So you will notice that we talk about a project, and the project is less to make it work. I just received that. So when we're looking at that, that's important. So projects helps you return home and grab a large grocery bags and start labeling everything the way that you know they were supposed to do. You'll notice that there's a lot of food that has no power to be here. And that's important things that you want to transfer. And I think that we could create that massive transformation for our guy for tonight. And I am so grateful the fact that it all goes back to you, the individuals. What are you really creating for yourself? What healthy habits that you got really going? It makes no sense when these things are there and then nobody's able to really get it. So healthy habits start at home. Thank you for attending today's lecture. It gives me the ability to create massive transformation right now. And that's why I really create a show so that most people can really get something for themselves. So if you have any question, .natural@gmail. So I'm so grateful that you are here. That's the best out of it, and then you create transformation for the time to come. I'm so grateful. Next. All right. So I'm so happy that all of you that's here, you got to hear the best part of the level of transformation. And I am so thankful for the fact that you have created the possibility to be here. Remember, you can contribute by doing Cash App. Any amount is great. The other part, you want to really create the opportunity to really have that experience. Those experiences you don't find them just like that. And I think that we can do that. I am so glad that all of you decided to be here today. It could have been something else, but we made sure we can create that transformation for you. And I'm so thankful that you are actually doing this. Remember, fruits and veggie, you want to get that. And then, of course, my good old friend, okay, that's collagen plus. And that's important because a lot of people not necessarily paying attention to that. So again, my name is Max Olivier Carre. I am pleased the fact that I have the ability to connect with you and let you see what we're up to, and we're creating massive transformation like that. So I'm glad that you were here, and I'm glad that certain things were addressed, and I think that we can really make this company great again. I am so thankful, and I'm so peaceful right now that we are creating our own destiny. And I pray this, that we may create the level of transformation to help one another. Amen.